Be respected to all vulnerable teachers and students who like learning English. Welcome to English Club Official. Today I'm going to guide you some tips for learning English effectiveness. This is the most important topics that general students always ask me. How can we learn English more effectiveness? So this is I give you 7 tips for learning English effectiveness. There are many points how to learn English more effectiveness, but in here, according to my opinion or my experience, so that's why I just raise only the 7 points. This is very important for the learner who catch English more effectiveness. This topic is instructed by me, Mr. Utkunti. If you have any question about this topic more, you can go to my Telegram number. Yes, in here I put on the screen, or you can go to my page. You can write in Khmer like or type in Khmer like Guru Murian Kamachi or Cambodian teacher. Or the most important channel is YouTube channel. This is I put English Club Official. Any related to English, I always upload to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe and put the bell ring. So now go to number 1. Number 1 is very important for all learners who learn many languages around the world. Remember, and learning the new English vocabulary is very important for any language. Before you go to your writing, reading, listening and speaking, you must remember the new vocabulary first. How can you learn the new vocabulary? You can use any techniques by your own, but for me, I use only the memorize. I always limited myself by memorize the new vocabulary. How many vocabulary should I memorize per day? Learning new vocabulary is very simple for you. Any learner who can learn about this one. The first, you can quote the new vocabulary from any sources like newspaper, dictionary, etc. And one more thing, you have to take note or actively take note the new vocabulary by yourself. This is for number 1. So now to number 2. Number 2 is reading everything that you can start up by yourself. Reading is very important for any learners. If you cannot read, you cannot do anything. You can read any literature book, you can read story, newspaper, websites, email or any social media by yourself, but only in English, according to any language that you like. And moreover, you no need to care much about difficult vocabulary. Why I suggest you no need to care too much with difficult vocabulary? Because when you care too much with the difficult vocabulary, you cannot do anything or you will not understand any main idea that a passage or that article. So conclusion, reading is very important for all learners if you want to start up with effectiveness in English. Okay, go to number 3. Number 3 is very important for all learners also. Talking with the real lives of humans like your friends or other languages or people. Talking is very important for all learners because talking, you can spread it, you can enhance your tense, you can use any style. Don't care too much in English grammar. Talking is don't care too much. You can talk anyway what you like. And how people or who you can talk to, that's people. You can talk with your friend, teacher, or the people around you what you like talking about this one. This is number 3, talking with the real life of human like your friend or others people around you. Go to number 4. Number 4 is searching or subscribing the English YouTube channels for watching and listening the intonation or the pronunciation of any native speaker. Actually, number 4 is also very important. If you want to improve your speaking English, or you want to listen the intonation or pronunciation, how can they pronounce, how can they use intonation, you can search any channels or subscribe any YouTube that they talk or they say about English. Like the native speaker is very good intonation or pronunciation because they are the native speaker, so they can use any style of their speaking of their intonation or pronunciation as well. So number 4, you can go through to the YouTube, like my YouTube English Club Officer. You can subscribe, so you can know, you can understand, you can learn English by yourself. So now let's go to number 5. Number 5 is asking a lot of questions in English to teacher or others people. Anyways, you can ask the question in English to your friends, to your teacher, to your parents, to your sibling, to your brother and sister. But what you ask, you have to ask only English. Don't care too much in English grammar. For your speaking, remember, for your speaking, don't catch too much with the vocabulary. Sorry, don't catch too much with the grammar. Because why don't catch too much in grammar? Because when you catch too much with the grammar, it is not make yourself influent in speakings. You can ask, you can talk anyway what you like. Okay, so this is for number 5. And number 6, starting up with what you really need in your life. You can start anything what you like in. You can do anything in English, what your style or what you like to do or what you like doing. Okay, this is number 6. And number 7, the last one. This is the most important point, that all learners always push themselves down, or sometimes they cannot speak English properly because they are afraid of speaking or making mistake in speaking English. This is the most important point that I always made with many learners. Number 7, don't try to kick yourself while you are getting down in English. Don't try. You have to practice. You have to be practice with speaking English, with do anything in English. Don't care too much with any people around you that they say that, oh, when you speak English, your English is very poor. Don't care too much. You can speak what you like. You can speak, you can do what you want to do. So don't try to kick yourself down. Just do any style what you can do. So this is number 7. So now this is finished. We have only 24 learning English more effectiveness. So thank you very much, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel English Club Official if you want to know more I will upload all the video in these channels. So thank you very much for your watching and pay attention with my explanation and my guiding. Thank you very much. Goodbye. See you later.